Mia Monroe stood outside the towering Apex Solutions building, her hands trembling, clutching a worn folder. Her second-hand shoes squeaked faintly on the pavement. The daughter of the building's janitor, Frank, she'd grown up in its shadows, watching him scrub floors with quiet pride. Today, she wasn't here to watch, she was here to fight for a junior data analyst role. Her resume, typed at a public library, boasted no elite degrees, only self-taught skills and determination. Mia glanced at the glass doors, heart racing. This was her chance to break free from her family's struggles. The lobby gleamed, its marble floors mirroring her hesitant steps. The receptionist, Claire, glanced at Mia's faded blazer and smirked. "Name?" she asked, her voice sharp. "Mia Monroe," she replied softly. Claire's eyes widened. "Frank's daughter? The janitor?" Her laugh echoed, drawing stares from suited employees. "You're here for an interview?" Before Mia could respond, a security guard appeared, summoned by Claire's glance. "I'm on the list," Mia insisted, her voice shaky but resolute. Claire leaned forward, her smile cruel. "This isn't a place for tours, sweetheart." Mia's face flushed, but she stood taller. She'd spent countless nights studying Apex's public reports, solving problems on napkins. She knew she belonged. As she opened her mouth to argue, a shout rang out from the hallway. "Where's the analyst who can fix this disaster?" A man stormed in, frustration palpable. It was CEO Victor Blake, waving a chaotic report. Mia's pulse quickened. This was her moment to shine, and Victor Blake's voice boomed across the lobby, his face etched with urgency. "This report is a disaster. The board meets in 2 hours, and no one can crack it." Employees froze, heads bowed, avoiding his glare. Mia Monroe stood rooted, her folder clutched tighter. The receptionist, Claire, smirked, whispering to the guard, "She's still here?" Mia ignored the jab, her eyes on Victor. She'd studied Apex's data for years, piecing together patterns from reports her father, Frank, brought home. This was her chance. Claire's voice cut through. "Miss Monroe, you're holding up the line. This isn't your place." The guard stepped closer, his hand hovering near Mia's arm. "I have an interview," Mia said, voice steady despite her racing heart. "Check the list." Claire scoffed, flipping through papers with exaggerated slowness. "Oh, here it is." A mistake, clearly. Laughter rippled from nearby employees. Mia's cheeks burned, but she refused to shrink. She'd faced worse nights with no food, her father's tired eyes. This was nothing. Victor's impatience exploded. "Someone fix this now, or heads will roll." Mia took a breath, stepping forward. "I can try," she said, her voice clear. The lobby fell silent. Claire choked on a laugh. "You? The janitor's kid?" Victor turned, his eyes narrowing. "Who are you?" "Mia Monroe," she replied. "I'm here for the analyst role. I know your data." He scanned her scuffed shoes, cheap blazer, then raised an eyebrow. "You think you can solve what my team couldn't?" Mia nodded, pulse pounding. "Give me 5 minutes." Victor hesitated, then thrust the report at her. "Fine. Impress me." Mia's hands shook as she took it, knowing everything was on the line. Mia Monroe followed Victor Blake to a glass-walled conference room, the weight of every stare pressing against her. The report in her hands felt like a ticking bomb. Claire's mocking whisper, "She'll crash and burn," lingered, but Mia shut it out. She'd fixed her father's broken appliances with less to work with. This was just numbers. Sitting at the polished table, she opened the report, her worn folder beside it. Employees gathered outside, murmuring. "Janitor's daughter? Waste of time." Mia ignored them, her pen already moving. The report was a mess, charts skewed, projections collapsing. She recognized the chaos from Apex's older datasets she'd studied. Her eyes darted across pages, spotting a hidden flaw. A miscalculated revenue stream buried in a subsidiary's data. It threw off everything. Scribbling furiously, she cross-referenced numbers from memory, her mind racing through formulas she'd taught herself. No calculator, just instinct. The crowd outside grew louder, but Mia was in a bubble, her focus surgical. Victor paced, checking his watch. 3 minutes left. Mia didn't flinch. She traced the error to a single overlooked contract clause, its expiration unaccounted for. With seconds to spare, she jotted a corrected model, her handwriting messy but precise. Standing, she handed Victor the marked-up report. Your team missed a contract lapse in Q3. It skewed the revenue forecast. Adjust this formula, and the numbers align. Victor's assistant, stunned, verified her work on a laptop. She's right, he gasped. The room went quiet. Victor stared at Mia, amusement gone, replaced by curiosity. How did you know this? Mia met his gaze. I learned from the ground up. He nodded slowly. Stay here. We're not done. Victor Blake led Mia Monroe through Apex Solutions' sleek hallways, his stride brisk, her heart pounding. The conference room victory felt surreal, but Mia sensed this was just the beginning. Employees whispered as they passed, their skepticism palpable. Claire, at her desk, avoided Mia's eyes, her earlier smirk gone. Victor stopped at his office, motioning her inside. The space was intimidating, monitors flashing data, a city skyline beyond vast windows. He shut the door, his gaze intense. Explain how you did it, he demanded. Mia took a breath. I've studied Apex's public reports for years, cross-referencing trends on library computers. My father, Frank, brought home old printouts. I saw patterns others missed. Your team overlooked a contract because they didn't dig deep enough. Victor leaned back, arms crossed. No degree, no training, yet you outsmarted my analysts. Why? Mia's voice steadied. I grew up fixing problems with nothing. My father taught me to find the cracks no one sees. Victor's eyes softened briefly, then hardened. I'm offering you a role, not junior analyst, but leading a task force to overhaul our data systems. You'll report to me. Mia's breath caught. Sir, I'm not qualified, he cut her off. You're more qualified than half my team. You see what they don't. The door opened, senior analysts entered, faces tight. Victor's tone sharpened. Mia found what you missed. She's your new lead. Their eyes widened, but none dared argue. Mia felt the weight of their doubt, her own fears creeping in. Could she lead? Victor handed her a tablet. Start tomorrow. Fix our blind spots. As she left, Frank's words echoed, show them who you are. Mia clutched the tablet, resolve igniting. She wouldn't just survive, she'd redefine the game. Mia Monroe stepped into Apex Solutions the next morning, her borrowed blazer straighter, her father's old notebook in hand. The lobby, once a place of humiliation, now felt different. Frank's tired smile from years of mopping these floors fueled her. The elevator ride to the 20th floor was silent, but her pulse roared. Yesterday, she was an outsider, today, she led a task force. The doors opened, and Victor Blake stood waiting, his nod firm. Your team's ready, he said, guiding her to a sleek boardroom inside. 5 faces stared, data experts, a finance lead, and the analyst whose error Mia had caught. Their expressions mixed doubt and curiosity. Victor's voice cut through. Mia Monroe leads this task force. She saw what you didn't. Follow her. He left, and the room tensed. Mia faced the whiteboard, hands steady. I'm not here to replace you, she began. I'm here to fix what's broken. Let's start with trust. Her voice, clear and unpolished, surprised them. She outlined a plan to audit Apex's data streams, her ideas raw but sharp. The finance lead raised an eyebrow. No degree, yet you're leading? Mia met his gaze. Degrees don't find errors, focus does. She assigned tasks, asking questions, listening. Slowly, nods replaced smirks. The analyst, Tom, approached after. You caught my mistake. I respect that. Mia smiled. We all miss things. Let's catch them together. By noon, the team hummed, recalibrating datasets under Mia's direction. She wasn't loud, but her clarity commanded. As they worked, Victor watched from his office, his assistant puzzled. "She's untested." Victor's reply was firm, "She's the spark we need." Mia, unaware, felt a fire growing. She was no longer just Frank's daughter, she was Apex's future. Mia Monroe sat alone in the boardroom after her team left for lunch, the whiteboard covered in her neat diagrams. The morning's progress felt fragile, like a dream that could shatter. Her notebook lay open, filled with calculations in Frank's old saying, "one step at a time." But leading a task force at Apex Solutions wasn't one step, it was a leap. The analyst's hesitant nods hid lingering doubts, and Mia felt them too. What if she failed? She wasn't one of them, no degree, no pedigree of footsteps broke her thoughts. Tom, the analyst whose error she'd caught, lingered at the door. "You're good, Mia," he said, voice low. "But this place chews up outsiders. Be careful." His warning stung, but she nodded. "Thanks for the heads up." Alone again, she stared at the tablet Victor had given her, its screen glowing with Apex's complex data. She'd solved one crisis, but this role demanded more daily scrutiny, endless pressure. Downstairs, Claire, the receptionist, gossiped with a coworker. "Janitor's kid leading a team? It's a publicity stunt." The words drifted up, carried by an open stairwell. Mia's jaw tightened, but she refocused, diving into the next dataset. Errors lurked in Apex's supply chain projections, she saw it instantly, a pattern she'd traced in old reports. Her pen flew, mapping a fixed. Victor appeared, watching silently. "You're still here," he noted. Mia looked up. "Problems don't rest, sir." He smirked. "The board wants a progress report in 3 days. You'll present." Her stomach dropped. The board? She wasn't ready. But Victor's gaze was unrelenting. "Show them you belong." As he left, Mia gripped her notebook. Doubt loomed, but Frank's voice echoed, "They'll see you." She'd make sure of it. Mia Monroe worked late into the night, the Apex Solutions office quiet except for the hum of her laptop. Her team's progress filled the screen, recalibrated datasets, cleaner projections. But the board presentation loomed, a test she couldn't fail. Frank's words, "Prove it with your work," anchored her. She pored over Apex's supply chain data, spotting another flaw: inconsistent vendor pricing, skewed cost forecasts. Her fingers flew, drafting a real-time tracking system to catch such errors. It was bold, unpolished, but it could save millions. Her phone buzzed, a text from Frank, "You're enough." Mia smiled, exhaustion fading. She sketched charts, her notebook now a mosaic of ideas. By dawn, she had a draft presentation, raw but clear. She rehearsed in the empty boardroom, voice echoing off glass walls. "This system prevents blind spots," she practiced, imagining skeptical board members. Doubt crept in, would they dismiss her like Claire had? At 8 a.m., her team arrived, surprised to find her there. "You didn't sleep?" Tom asked. Mia shrugged. "Boards in 2 days. We need this perfect." She shared her plan, asking for input. The finance lead, skeptical before, nodded. "It's innovative." They refined it together, trust growing. Mia listened, adjusted, her leadership quiet but firm. Victor stopped by, scanning her charts. "This is your pitch?" he asked. Mia nodded, heart pounding. "It's not just a fix, it's prevention." He studied her, then said, "Make them feel the stakes." As he left, Mia felt the weight. The board wasn't just judging her work, they were judging her right to be here. She thought of Frank, mopping floors below, his pride in her. She'd faced the board not as an outsider, but as Apex's answer. The fire in her burned brighter. The boardroom of Apex Solutions gleamed with polished wood in tense silence. 15 board members sat, their eyes fixed on Mia Monroe, who stood beside Victor Blake. Her hands trembled slightly, adjusting the microphone. The weight of their stares, doubtful, curious, pressed hard. 2 days ago, she was a nobody, now, she faced the company's elite. Victor's voice broke the quiet. "Mia will present our data task force findings. Listen closely." Mia swallowed, her father's words, stand tall, steadying her. Good morning, she began, voice clear. Your latest projections hit a flaw in vendor pricing, risking millions. My team built a system to catch it. She clicked the remote, and charts lit the screen, tracing errors with precision. Her plan unfolded, a real-time audit tool to prevent future oversights. She spoke of patterns she'd seen in Apex's old reports, her self-taught expertise shining. The board leaned forward, intrigued but guarded. A gray-haired member interrupted. Your credentials? Mia paused, heart racing. I have none. My father, Frank, cleaned this building for 20 years. I learned from his discipline and your data. Murmurs rippled. Victor's nod urged her on. She continued, detailing cost savings, her voice growing bolder. For 25 minutes, she held their attention, no whispers, no distractions. When she finished, silence hung. Then, the chairman spoke. No degree, yet you found what experts missed. Impressive. Another asked, can you scale this? Mia nodded. With my team, yes. The board conferred, their skepticism softening. Victor stood. Mia's system is our future. I propose a permanent data integrity division under her. The chairman nodded. Approved. Mia's knees nearly buckled. She'd done it. As she left, Frank's text glowed on her phone, proud. She was no longer just his daughter, she was a leader. Mia Monroe stepped out of the boardroom, her heart still racing from the victory. The Apex Solutions hallway buzzed with whispers as employees glanced her way, their skepticism now tinged with curiosity. Victor Blake walked beside her, his usual stern demeanor softened. You've earned your place, he said. The Data Integrity Division starts Monday. You're in charge. Mia nodded, the weight of leadership settling in. She thought of Frank, her father, who'd spent decades unnoticed in this building. This was for him. Downstairs, the lobby felt different. Claire, the receptionist who'd mocked her, looked up, flustered. Congratulations, she mumbled. Mia smiled kindly. Thank you. Outside, the evening air was cool. She texted Frank, I did it. Department head. His reply came instantly, always knew you would. Tears stung her eyes. She sought his worn lunchbox in her mind, a symbol of his quiet strength. The next morning, Mia arrived early, her notebook filled with plans. The 20th floor, once a distant dream, was now her domain. Her team waited in the boardroom, their faces warmer than before. Tom, the analyst, spoke first. You proved us wrong. We're with you. Mia nodded, grateful. We're building something new together. She outlined the division's first project, scaling her audit system across Apex's global operations. Ideas flowed, the team's energy electric. Victor watched from his office, his assistant skeptical. She's young, untested. Victor's reply was firm, she's the future. Mia, unaware, felt the spark of possibility. The security guard who'd once blocked her now nodded respectfully as she passed. Everything had changed, yet Mia held tight to her roots. Frank's pride, her own grit, these were her foundation. She whispered to herself, this is just the start. Mia Monroe stood outside Apex Solutions, gazing at the glowing logo that once felt unreachable. The night sky framed the building where her father, Frank, had toiled unseen for decades. Now, as head of the Data Integrity Division, Mia carried his legacy forward. Her phone buzzed, a photo from Frank, showing his old lunchbox beside her childhood math notebook. You made it, he wrote. Tears welled, but pride burned stronger. She'd turned their struggles into triumph. Inside, the lobby was quiet, the marble floors reflecting her steady steps. The security guard, once dismissive, opened the door with a smile. Good luck, boss, he said. Mia nodded, her borrowed blazer replaced by one she'd bought herself. Upstairs, her team waited, ready to launch the global audit system. Their trust in her, hard-earned, fueled her resolve. She thought of Claire's sneer, the board's doubts all silenced by her results. In the boardroom, Mia faced her team. This system isn't just numbers, she said. It's trust, accountability, our chance to redefine Apex. Nods met her words. Tom handed her a report, their first global dataset, error-free. You led us here, he said. Mia smiled, thinking of Frank's quiet lessons, work speaks loudest. Later, Victor Blake joined her. The board's watching. They expect perfection. Mia met his gaze. They'll get it. He smirked, a rare warmth in his eyes. I knew you would. As she left, Mia passed Frank in the lobby, his janitor's uniform crisp. He hugged her, whispering, "You're my dream." She handed him her notebook, now a symbol of their shared journey. Outside, Mia looked up, whispering, "We belong." Her story wasn't just hers, it was every underdog's, proving grit could change the world.